Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to um, another video here. This time we're discussing Belgium versus Russia. And first off, wow, what a game this was. Belgium definitely showed today why they could be considered one of the favorites in the Euros this year. Now, people may say, well, Russia is not really that much of a contender, which is true. Russia is not seen as a contender, but at the same time, Russia is no slouch. I believe Russia is a very I mean they're not like a below average team. I do think they're a little bit above average. I guess you could say mediocre, but I don't see Russia as a slouch of a team. But my goodness, this was definitely a masterclass from the Belgian team and Romelu Lukaku specifically. The stat I believe was told was 2 touches, 2 goals. I don't even know what to say to that. That is just crazy to me. 2 touches, 2 goals. Romelu Lukaku's masterclass performance. This is a legendary night for him. 2 goals, and he just looks so strong. Now there is some controversy. There's some controversy with the first goal that was scored. The goal that can be considered the one that definitely ruined Russia's night and may have hurt the team's morale in general. And it was that of the goal that the first goal. It was the first goal, and the controversy was is is Lukaku offside or not? And he was offside. Yes. The call was a goal. They did the VAR check. He's offside, but they said that the defender from Russia had touched the ball, and they said it was intentional enough to the point where you can consider that um, you can consider that no longer being outside since the defender touched it and it went to Lukaku's possession. To me, I don't see that. It just I know that's how it happened in 2018. The defender touched it. The Germany South Korea game, but that one looked more legitimate. In 2018, Germany, it just to me that one looked more uh, like the defender had actually had possession before he lost it, right? This one, it looks like the defender tried but didn't really get much possession. I guess the key word was tried, and they said whether or not it was intentional or not. So I guess in that sense, you know what? I guess it was. It wasn't offside, but they usually call offside before the ball was even played. The ball was played, and then they didn't call it at all. So I don't know. That was the first goal, and I think that's just a poor clearance attempt from the defender there. He has to do a lot better than what he did, and that cost him the goal, and that was just an avalanche after that. Belgium just looked great, unbelievable. Everything they did, every time I was watching the game, it just seemed like Belgium had possession over and over and over again. And this is a team here. This is a confident 3-0 win. I think the Italy one was confident as well, but Belgium just looked strong from the beginning to the end. Never did they look weak, or never did they look like they were wasting opportunities. They just looked strong every single time they had possession. That's something you got to give them credit for. Belgium is definitely a force to be reckoned with. There's really nothing that I saw personally that Belgium should change. I think their game against Denmark, they gotta play like this. They can definitely uh, get 6 points by the end of the by the after their second game. I really do believe they could get 6 points now and probably just win the entire group outright with 9 points. Um, Something with Russia. The thing with Russia is that they looked they didn't look scared. That's the thing. Russia did not look scared. Russia looked like they couldn't capitalize, and that's been the main story for a lot of these games. Teams didn't capitalize. Yes, Russia didn't have possession, but Russia had many opportunities. They had many opportunities, I believe, to have scored, and they didn't. They couldn't score, and I think the thing is they had a lack of shots. They just were not willing to take shots, or they just didn't have the right amount of space to take shots. And it's just frustrating. It really is frustrating. But it's expected when a team like Belgium is who we got to play against. And even though it was in St. Petersburg today, the magic from 2018 cannot be recaptured. That lightning ball was in a bottle, and you can't just catch it again. So Russia's next game is against Finland, and Finland is having huge momentum after their win. And if you look at the group stage here, you could definitely see why. Look at that. Finland pulled out the upset win over Denmark. Prayers for Christian Eriksen, of course. But my goodness, this is not how I projected the standings to be after the first games. Belgium, yes, but not Finland. Not Finland at all. But it's only game one. It could get better or worse for either team. But Russia just has to take more shots, and then also, if they're struggling with finding opportunities to score, they gotta spread out more, or at least open the field more. It looked like every time they were right outside the penalty box or inside of it, they were not using those opportunities well, and they were not spreading the ball around. They were kind of just playing within the central part of that penalty box or on the 18-yard line, 18-yard box, and it's just like, why? Because Belgium's going to be more compacted in there, and if they kept on doing that every single time, but always go on the middle of that field, it was just never going to work. The strategies definitely have to change. They have to take more shots, and if they can't find there is enough space or chances to take shots, open the field more, play it out more, play more balls inside the box more. If that's what if that's what's needed, they gotta do it, and they can't no longer look at Finland as a team they can easily beat, because after their win on Denmark, it's proven that anything can happen in this tournament, and Denmark will have to bounce back in a tough game against Belgium. Russia definitely needs to bounce back against Finland. If they get a draw, I don't see them getting out of the group stages at all. I already projected them not getting out. They're not, but I think I did project them to get through, but I don't see them getting through if they perform like this. I don't know if Belgium's a stronger team, but they gotta just take more shots. You could see here that they only had 3 shots, 5 attempts, and only 3. Um, of their 5 attempts, only 1 was on target as opposed to the 4. They should have had more opportunities. They should have taken more shots. There's no harm in taking more shots, I think, especially when they looked like they had chances throughout the game to take shots out in the 18-yard box. They had those opportunities. It's better to take that than try and find something that was never going to work, because when they would try to find something, it would always result to going into the middle of the 18-yard box or inside the penalty box, and then a goal would not happen, a shot wouldn't happen, because it would be so congested. That's the fault right there. But that's really my personal opinion. I think Belgium was just unbelievable. This was Romelu Lukaku's night, and it's easy to see right now. He's right now currently the lead goal scorer here. It's only the first game, of course, but 2 goals for him on the night, and Belgium is looking very strong, and I think they should be feared. And Denmark has a lot to prepare for. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And tune in to tomorrow. We'll be discussing England-Croatia. What a game that's going to be. It's coming home, guys. Football's coming home. And then Austria and North Macedonia and Ukraine and Netherlands. And, I'm really looking forward to that North Macedonia game. Their first tournament ever, as well as just like Finland. And Finland pulled off the upset. Can Austria or North Macedonia do the same thing? We'll find out tomorrow. But like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.